Right, guys, I'm off. I'm here seeing the woman. So, she's doing some cleaning or something. And she's not here to slap me for that. Right, I'm going to leave you with Gavin Okuhara. He's going to talk to you about how to basically go through guns in Japan, have a quick look at how guns are used. Now, don't forget, I'm going to try and get Gavin over onto my site quite a lot. And when I'm next in Japan, hopefully I'll go and visit him. And we'll look at, let's do a detailed look at the Japanese gun and the samurai with gun. So don't forget to subscribe to his channel, which is Gun Samurai, on both Instagram and YouTube. As I say, I'm away at the minute, so can somebody pin Gavin's thing below for me, or at least put it there and I'll pin it. But I'm off for the day at the minute, so I'm going to leave you in the very capable hands of Gavin Okuhara. Please leave your comments, please say hello to Gavin, and let me know what you think.
Minasan, konnichiwa. So my way onto the top of one of these mountains in the old Shinano province, Hayashijo Yama, which has got a castle on it called Hayashi Castle, Woodland Castle. There's not a castle there now, it's just some steps and some old walls that were built in the 1400s, and I'll show you when I get to the top. It was conquered by Takeda Shingen a long time ago when he was making his way into Shinano province, and because it's a hard place to get to, it's on top of the mountain. There's only two ways to the top. There's the hard way, or there's the other hard way up. The only people you're likely to see there are hunters, which is why I've got some bright green on, so they don't mistake me for a bear or a boar or anything. And the only other thing you're likely to see is sometimes snakes, and as you'll see as you periodically go up there, they got these snake warnings for Mamushi. I haven't seen many of them. I'm sure I'll be okay, but it's an interesting place to visit. So when I get to the top, we'll talk about some of the questions I get around matchlock firearms in the Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps. So one of the main things I hear is more of an observation than a question really, is people make inquiries. They say, did samurai really use guns? Is that something they used to do? Because it doesn't really fit in with that Hollywood image of swords and spears and bows. And actually they did. Samurai did use a lot of firearms. There were quite a lot of firearms actually, you know, not just the troops. The samurai had their own gunners as well, who had different styles of shooting and different schools of shooting and techniques for shooting. So that's one of the main things I hear. The Matsumoto Castle Gun Corps used the Morishige style of shooting, which covers everything from entering the range in a disciplined way, the behaviour of the soldiers on the range, and also, of course, how to shoot. And another thing that I get asked from time to time, or quite a lot really, is how do you load and fire a matchlock? So I've got some footage of one of the members of the Matsumoto Gun Corps, Sayaka-san. She's going to go through the shooting demonstration. I'm going to narrate over the top and show you how long it takes to load a gun in calm conditions. A proficient gunner should be able to do it in 20 seconds, possibly less if they're very, very good. But because we're a display team, we don't try and do it too quickly, we always try to do it correctly. It looks better to do it correctly rather than to rush it and mess it up and people miss what we're doing. We only carry a certain amount of ammunition as well, so we can't fire hundreds and hundreds of shots for a demonstration. We need to be a bit more modest with what we do. So here we have Sayaka-san, Yasuda-san, Yamada-san and Akahane-san in their samurai armour, and they're going to be assisted by some Ashigaru loaders whilst they use their Zamazutsu, which are 1.5 metre long guns with a 14.5mm caliber barrel. First of all, some gunpowder is put into the barrel, and that's compressed with the ramrod, and that's called a karuka. Then some finer gunpowder is put onto the hibata, which is the flash pan on the side of the gun, and that's carried in a small flask around the waist or the neck of the soldier. You then have to close the hibata to prevent the gunpowder from falling off and to stop inclement weather, wind and rain from affecting the firing mechanism. You then collect the match cord and place it into the firing mechanism. The order kamae signifies to aim the gun. Then finally, you open the hibata, the flash pan, and then you pull the trigger. Okay, and so that's how a matchlock's fired. It generally breaks itself down into 8 phases. Those phases can be sub-broken down themselves, and of course it's slightly different for us depending whether we're using live ammunition or just putting some powder in the barrel. Now it's time for me to get off this mountain before the light starts to fail. It's a good idea to get off. Thanks to Anthony for letting me put this on his channel. I'm going to upload it onto mine as well, along with some other videos pretty soon. So I hope to see you there. If not, then yeah, I enjoyed making this video.
Kilis! 打ち方よーい